Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we are going to take a break from graphing. I know you guys can get excited. And we're going to write quadratic functions given a description. Alright, here we go. We're going to have 4 examples today, you guys. You have to have each example. Alright, in this one, write a quadratic equation for the parabola shown. Now you guys don't have to draw the graph, okay? If you don't want to draw the graph in the picture, that's fine. We're just going to talk about it. We're given 2 things in this picture. One thing here we're given is our vertex. And we're also given a point. Now, when we're given a vertex and a point, if we think back to our different formulas or forms of graphing parabolas, if I give you the vertex, we probably want to use vertex form. So, if you do not remember, vertex form is y equals a times the quantity x minus h squared plus k. Now, remember our vertex, this is our h, this is our k, and now in our point, we have x and y. So 0 is my x, 5 is my y. Now, either you can just write it underneath, or if you want to rewrite the whole thing, you can. So we're going to plug all this information into this equation. So y, if we look at my point, y is 5 equals, well, I don't have an a anywhere, so I'm going to keep my a times the quantity x. My x in my point is 0, minus, my h is a negative 2, so minus a negative 2 squared plus a negative 3, I'm just going to write minus 3. Now we have to start simplifying this. So 5 equals a times 0 plus 2 squared minus 3. Simplify it some more. 5 equals a times the quantity 0 plus 2 is just 2 squared minus 3. Now 2 squared is 4, so I'm going to have 5 equals, I like to write my number before my variable, so it's going to be 4a minus 3. So I'm just moving all of this right here in front of my a. To solve this, I have to add 3 to both sides. So 8 equals 4a. Divide both sides by 4, and a equals 2. Now, a equals 2 is not an equation, but to do my equation, I need to know that a equals 2. So now I'm going to plug this back into my original equation. So it's going to be y equals, instead of a, I'm going to put 2 times the quantity x. Now I still want to put in my h and my k. My h is a negative 2, so minus a negative turns into a positive 2 squared minus 3. This, ladies and gentlemen, is my equation to this parabola. Alright, now moving on to example number 2. Write a quadratic formula for the parabola shown. Once again, you guys don't have to draw the parabola. We just want to figure out what we have, what information. If we look at this one, we don't have a vertex. So right away we're like, oh, can't use vertex form. But we do have 2 points here. These 2 points are called our what? X intercepts. So one x-intercept is negative 3. The other one is 2. We also have a point here, so we have an x and a y. So if you forgot, intercept form is y equals a times the quantity x minus p and x minus q. Now, p and q are our intercepts, our x-intercepts. So if we want to come back up here, we could say negative 3 is p and our 2 is our q. Okay, that's what those are. So we plug in what we know. We know my y is negative 4 equals a times quantity x is negative 2 minus my p, which is a negative 3, times the quantity x, which is negative 2, minus q, which is just 2. Simplify this, I'm going to get negative 4 equals a times negative 2. That turns into a positive 3, negative 2 minus 2. Keep simplifying. I'm going to simplify what's inside my parentheses now. So I have negative 4 equals a times 1 times negative 4. So 1 times negative 4, so I have negative 4 equals, I like to put this first, so negative 4a. To solve this, we're going to divide by negative 4. So 1 equals a. Now that I know that what a is, I can write my equation. So y equals 1 times the quantity x. Now, my p is a negative, so minus a negative turns into a positive 3. And I have x minus 2. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, is the equation to this parabola. So these first two examples, I gave you the graphs. I gave you the parabolas. The next two examples, I'm just going to give you information. Now, if I give you the vertex, we probably want to use vertex form. So once again, vertex form looks like this. Y equals a times the quantity 8x minus h squared plus k. We have this information. We know that this is my h, this is my k, this is my x, and this is my y on my point. So I just plug all of this into the equation I just wrote down. My y is 4, so I plug 4 equals, I don't know what a is, so I leave a there. X is 0 minus h, which is 2 squared plus 1. Now I'm just going to go through and simplify. 4 equals a times the quantity negative 2 squared plus 1. This right here I'm going to do next, but I'm going to write it before my a. So 4 equals negative 2 squared is 4a plus 1. Go through and solve this. Minus 1 on both sides. 3 equals 4a. Divide both sides by 4. 3/4 equals a. So now I know what a is, I can plug it all back into my original equation. So to write the equation of this parabola, it's going to be y equals, my a is 3/4 times the quantity x minus 2 squared plus 1. And there's the equation of the information that was given to us. Alright, excitement, last example of the day. Here we go. Since I give you your x-intercepts and it passes through a point, you probably want to use x-intercept form. So as a reminder, that form is y equals a times the quantity x minus p times the quantity x minus q. Alright, for my example, my p is going to equal negative 2. My q is going to equal 1. This is my x value. This is my y value. Here we go. We're going to plug all of this information into our equation. So y is negative 4 equals a, because I do not know what a is, times the quantity x, which is negative 1, minus p, which is negative 2, times the quantity x, which is negative 1, minus q, which is 1. I'm going to go through, simplify this. So 4 equals a times the quantity negative 1 plus 2, because right there that turns into a positive, times the quantity negative 1 minus 1. Keep simplifying. I'm going to simplify what's inside my parentheses now. So I have negative 4 equals a times 1 times negative 2. And I like to write this first. I'm going to put it in front of my a, so negative 4 equals 1 times negative 2 is negative 2a. Divide both sides by negative 2. Negative 4 divided by negative 2 is 2, so 2 equals a. Now that I know what a is, I can come back and write the equation of this parabola given my information. So y equals a is 2, x. Now, minus a negative turns into a positive 2 times the quantity x minus 1. There we have it. That is the equation of this line. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is all I have for you today. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I will be seeing you soon. Bye!